Welcome to episode 59 of Just One More Topic. I am Tridrakious.
And I am Tiborius.
I decided not to throw you off this week.
I appreciate that. Yeah, thanks. Yeah,
With a slightly different intro.
slightly.
Well, we're coming today with a bunch of news about what's going on at PJ Gamers.
Yeah, first up, huge news. You remember last year around this time, we were talking about a certain event that we were going to be out at, and we were plugging it pretty heavy. Little thing you might have heard called OVGE.
The Oklahoma Video Game Exhibition.
That. It is now going to be hosted this year at PJ Gamers.
Right here in Broken Arrow at 101st and Elm. So...
we are really going to have to clean out the store for this.
yeah... everything must go.
There's
Liquidation sales.
I'm for it. Also, yeah, there's more to the store than old Betty White here. Ha!
I did not know that was what this wall's name was. Hi, Betty. Hi, Betty.
Those of you that don't know what OVGE is, it is actually the longest consecutively running game show of its size, I think, in the world. This will be the 11th year for it.
11 years. Last year was fantastic. It was the 10th anniversary of it, and it was packed. And the organizer of it was wanting to find a brand new home that wasn't going to try to screw him over.
They really cared about the gamers.
Passion. Wanting to have something that you don't just find around these parts.
For some reason, he talked to us, which I'm still confused about, but that's a different story. Bottom line is, it's going to be here. There are going to be displays and vendors and exhibitors from every era of gaming. The amount of cool shit that they have at this festival is awe-inspiring. The different artists, the different people to talk to. I mean, just blown. Okay, people? It's OVGE. Check it out on Facebook. We'll throw up the address.
Yeah. I mean, in years past, they've had the one-ups performing live music from, various game themes of from Battletoads and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and all kinds of stuff like that. So there's that. But then just the fact of it's a collaboration of not collaboration. It's various vendors and exhibitors throughout the country coming here.
Conflagration, not also the word.
A cornucopia of people.
Of course, and there's tournaments going on as well. Tons of high score, retro stuff. Our own Dwarf Max, who normally does the bad game beatdown, is actually thinking about doing something a little different. He might do, I forget what he calls it. It's cross-controller gaming. So basically, we're going to play Street Fighter with a DDR pad. Stuff like that. Although he's not going to officially say what he's going to do. So those of you trying to get early practice, not going to happen.
He's just kind of brainstorming, trying to figure out what he wants to do. Because usually he's doing things like the bad game beatdown. Which takes some of the greatest horrible games of all time and forces people to play.
Shaq Fu, Rise of the Robots, you get the idea.
Yeah.
So that's going to be awesome. Stay posted. Find our Facebook for all the information coming up on that. It's going to be August 9th.
Right before school, on a Saturday, you got to be able to make it. It's going to be fantastic.
Yeah.
And again, it's at PJ Gamers, which is at 101st and Elm out here in Broken Arrow.
And unlike most conventions of its kind, Jesse has staunchly maintained that the admission price is $5. That's it. There is no hidden fee. There's nothing else associated with it. $5 at the door. Get you in. Period.
End of story.
Close the book. Done. Yeah. All right. So now moving on to something else, and this is going to be a little just more straight exposition. Yeah. An April Fool's joke that had come out around that time, of course they always come out, actually got us to discussing. In it, what was the News Nerd or something? It's a satire site.
Yeah, something.
They basically, went on and made a news article about Sony buying out the brand Xbox. And this got us to talking. What if? What does that actually entail? One of the first things brought up was in the news site, and they did it before April Fool's Day, so...
March 25th.
4th.
March 24th.
Yeah. So obviously, we're not sure if serious or joking, but one of the things that Tridrakious pointed out was that the going price was more money than Sony purportedly had. They were saying it bought out for $38.1 billion?
Yep.
Billion. And Tridrakious comes up and says, well, Sony doesn't even have that much because he knows numbers like that and checks stuff like that.
Well,
To which I brought up, okay, let's talk in a feasible world. You're talking about two major brands. Entirely plausible. Okay, because it's not like they walk in with 2 bags of cash and go, bam, there you are. Let me just write a check for my bank account. You were talking bonds and stocks and backings from banks and all kinds of things to equal X amount of dollars. And a lot of it is invested for later down the road. It will be paid off. Again, it's not just one big, hey, here's one. Don't get me wrong. If somebody's like, hey, here's a $38 million check, okay, and you'd never see me again. It wouldn't happen. But so it is entirely feasible I honestly think that is a fair assessment of the value or net worth number.
We'd have to kind of crunch the numbers and stuff. But
right.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't think it's too far out there in reality. Now, that being said, what if they actually did this? I mean, we've brought this up before. Can you think of it? Sony
making the hardware and Microsoft
making the software.
Yes.
I mean, it would be glorious. It really would, because, I mean, outside of the Metro dashboard whole thing, which, again, on a more powerful system, as is shown, does not run that poorly. But, I mean, just their software, their integration, their ability to use, Xbox Live and all that, but with the power of Sony making the hardware.
Yeah.
It would just...
It would be fantastic. But that's kind of in that whole perfect world type of situation. And that's unfortunately not going to really happen unless one of those companies really screws up and goes under, and then you're not going to be seeing one of those companies buying the other brand for like $38.1 billion. It's probably going to be in the millions because
you're talking. But I mean, that's us. I mean, This is just, and then we could go on about this. But what about you guys? What do you think? Say those two were to merge up and form. Yeah. Say we had the X Station or the Playbox. Not that. Actually, not either of those names. Those sound like something you see on the highway entering a new state next to the liquor store.
Yeah.
So neither of those. Yeah. I don't have to come out and say it. I can just describe, and anyone who's what I'm talking about. Yeah. What do you think what would be the benefit of that, if any? I mean, the caveat to that is what competition?
Nintendo. Nintendo would be the competition.
I reiterate my point. Thanks for helping me with that one. We agreed on something.
Yay!
All right. So what do you guys think? Let us know. This is a fun topic. I would love to talk more about. I want to talk to you guys about it. Like, make some comments. Get on our Facebook. Start up about it. Hey, I think it's bullshit, or I think it would be amazing. What if? Let's get the watchers out here. Let's make a comic book. What if?
Yeah.
Sony bought Xbox.
Is the future.
All right, we're done now. That's it. We're finished. How are you going to go anywhere with that?
Exactly. Perfect. See? Ended it right there. I'm Tridrakious.
And you'll never see him again. I'm Tiborius.
We'll see you all next week. Maybe.